If you're a black comic book artist, we could recognize when you use AI. So this was unintended. I tried to go into one of my old accounts. For some reason I got kicked. And so I made a new account and this was the first video that popped up. I'm familiar with this comic book artist. I've read some of their works in the past, seen their works, and seeing what they're drawing now, it looks like AI, like black anime man AI. And like if this is like a draw over, because that's what it seems like. It doesn't seem like a copy and paste of AI, but it looks like they found an AI image and just traced almost directly over it and just changed a couple things to fit to a character. But because you traced, there are things that look like AI, like literally the shape of the eyes, the eyebrows, the nose and the lips and the face shape. And especially how you use it for the comic. If it's just chest up profiles, it comes off even more so like it was used from AI. And it's like, I get it. You know, you're on a deadline, you gotta be pushing these comics out. So using AI as an assist does speed things along, but don't show yourself like, oh, look at this improvement. Look at what they're drawing right now compared to back then. It's like, yeah, you're using an assist. This isn't a natural progression of your art. You're using assistance from AI. And it'd be another thing if you were using an AI image and like free drawing, like redrawing what you saw from AI, drawing it down onto paper or digital pad, but it doesn't come off like it is that. Because even when you're looking at an AI image and redrawing it, there's going to be natural human mistakes, but you could tell there's not really that many mistakes when you're directly tracing over it. And this is a pretty big creator, so even if someone did suspect that they're using AI, they're not going to say anything because they don't want to be attacked, because, you know, no artist wants to be accused of AI. But also don't lie. Don't showboat like, yeah, look at how my drawings are now, when it's not really your drawings. Because there are people that don't care if you use AI for your comic or use AI to assist in your comic. But be real about it.
So Longtail pretty much hit that on the head. However, I want to put my own 2 cents in this because AI is a touchy subject. Like, a lot of people may think that she's really heavily against AI, the use of AI. And she is. Just not in an official capacity the way I am. I am more lenient than she is. I believe that you should be able to use AI. And there are many different reasons why. I can explain it, but a lot of people don't tend to take that out. Towards the end of the video, I explain why I am more lenient with AI. I believe you should be able to use AI, just not in official capacity. Using it for reference, using it as an idea generator. How would this look? How does this look? How did this color scheme look? How would like that sort of thing, right? Because I have a problem, it's not really a problem, but all of the stuff I see in my head that I want to draw, it never comes out the exact way I want it to. And AI can and has helped in some ways to get these ideas out for me, right? However, I wouldn't trace it. Now, tracing is a different thing. I don't one-for-one trace. What I would do is I would take, like, if I see a pose or the proportions of a character that I want, I would trace the simple shapes over top of the characters. I am not tracing what is actually on the thing, because you do that with anything, with any drawing. You know, you see, not even a drawing, you see it with a photo. You see a photo that you want to use that photo, you trace over top of the photo and you break down into simple shapes, that sort of thing, like a professional artist. A lot of professional artists do this. So I just use that with AI. I think AI is great. The funny thing about that is that a lot of AI artists, or a lot of artists who use AI, they're not very great. Why am I saying this? Because you should be able, as an artist, to use AI art and correct the mistakes that the AI is making while making that art. Because a lot of AI art has anatomy issues, shading issues, composition issues, specifically anatomy. A lot of people say this with the hands. It can be with the hands, but I notice specifically with women, that they elongate certain things and they make certain things short and that sort of thing, and they mix things that should not be together. So there's been times where I've used AI art for reference, and I used the simple shapes, and I've fixed the issues in the AI art using just simple shapes. Now, I don't typically post this art or whatever. I use it to study, learn better. But however, basically, I believe AI art should be used in that capacity, specifically for reference. Anything else, like putting it in your comic book, selling it like it's your own art, that's crazy. That's crazy work. And that brings me into part of the reason why I am the way I am about AI art. A lot of artists hate AI art. They want to get rid of it. They don't want nothing to do with it. They don't want it all to fucking die. And I understand they have a point. However, a lot of artists are hypocrite. Our community is filled with hypocrites. We say we don't like AI art because it's theft, but then we go to comic conventions and everybody and their mama is selling other people's IPs. You can't use a morality argument and then, oh, well, I sell these Pikachus because that's what the consumer want, and no, you're doing the same thing. You're stealing. Like, I understand fan art where some places, first of all, just so you know, most companies don't attack fan artists because it would cost them trillions of dollars to go after every single artist who sells and commissions and use their IPs. Even if they're mixing it in their own style and mixing it with their stuff, it would cost trillions of dollars to do that, to follow everybody around. So they just let that shit slide, essentially. However, you're still stealing from someone else, right? You're still stealing someone else's IP. You're making money from somebody else's IP. And you said that's okay. And because you said that's okay, it leaves space for AI art. Don't tell me you care about art theft, but you have no problem with what the Louvre does, or what the Smithsonian does, or what all these museums do, where they steal native art, African art, Aboriginal art, put it on t-shirts, sell that shit in their shops and make money from it. They stole that stuff. So again, I don't see you boycotting them, talk about they shouldn't exist. So part of the reason why I am not the way I am, that I'm not hard up on AI art, is for that reason. Because our community have been very inconsistent on what is art theft. And until we figure out what art theft is and what we're willing to fight for and to keep art theft from happening, then I don't want to sit back and be a hypocrite like everybody else is. We watch and enjoy stolen art all the fucking time, whether it's movies, music, cinema, that sort of thing, all the time. And we still art programs. Those programs had to been created by somebody. Somebody had to do the software for that and do the coding. We steal from that. See, I didn't want to go on this long rant, but the point of the matter is simply, if you're going to use AI art, use it as a reference. I think it's okay to use it as a reference. Some artists think you shouldn't use it at all. Longtail thinks you should use it only to draw from. I've drawn from AI art. Again, you can usually recognize when you do it because there's so many different issues with the art, because the posing is off, the contrapposto is off, the everything is idealized, everything is elongated, that sort of thing, right? All right, peace.
The bamboo earrings, baby.